And we're back. Welcome to a Hot Topic with Copville and Dominic Izzo. It's been another week. What's up, my man? I like your shirt.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. You know what's funny is no one on Facebook knows it's my birthday because Tyler and I merged our Meta accounts when I took over part of Antihero. So everybody wished him a happy birthday on Facebook because it shows that it's his birthday instead of mine. So it's been a very quiet day other than people who actually know. But let's pay the bills real quick. Don't forget to go to goontape.com. Use code ANTIHERO15 for 15% off. If you're a tactical athlete looking for an edge, try some moisture wickering raid tape. It's made from premium homegrown cotton and synthetic fibers to keep you on target and in the fight, even when the work gets wet. They are OGs, one of our best sponsors. So go to goontape.com. Use code ANTIHERO15 for 15% off. And go to trycrave.com. Crave creatine. It's shown to put 30% more lean muscle, water on the muscles. You get that pump. You feel good. Everybody needs it. It makes you smarter because I noticed Tyler's been smarter since he's been taking it. And this company actually puts creatine in their creatine gummies, which is a really big bonus. It's not just sugar water or sugar cubes, and it's not owned by some Asian lady that makes you holler. It's owned by dudes right here in Florida in, I believe, St. Petersburg. So go to trycrave.com. Use code ANTIHERO15 for 15% off. And here we are.
She lives in England, that Asian lady.
That's crazy, right?
You just type in who owns that company, and it'll pop up, and it says X person XYZ who lives in, I think, Manchester, England, owns 51% or majority.
Yeah, that's weird, right? And then they did a study. Crave actually did a study. They blocked the label of that other company. I'm not going to say their name, but when they did the study themselves on video, they didn't find any creatine in the creatine gummies, which...
Yeah, literally, that would explain why. During that time, I was taking 30 grams of creatine because I heard about the whole brain studies and it supports brain health. And I've been on creatine for, 30 years. And when it first came out, it was supposed to be literally creatine is effective the more water you consume. So they say creatine monohydrate. There's a bunch of different types of creatine. Creatine monohydrate is the basic and most affordable one on the ship. So you're supposed to take a loading stage, like 10 grams. And then it turned out that to be debunked because, creatine works as increment over time. So if you take 5 grams over the course of a month, it will catch up to where it needs to be caught up to. Yeah. Well, creatine, I've always noticed, dude, I get the fucking shits immediately when I start taking it, like that day. So when I knew that this other company says, yeah, we'll send you a couple of bags out there, this and that. I'm like, all right, cool. I popped, each one was 5. So I took 30 milligrams of creatine, and I'm like, nothing. And I waited. I was a month off of my own creatine so I can get a fair assessment of this. And I'm like, there's no fucking creatine in this. None. So yeah, no, it's garbage shit product.
But go to trycrave.com, use code ANTIHERO15 for 15% off, and I guarantee you it's got creatine, and you can taste it. You know, if something tastes too good, I'm going to walk the line with this with you. If something tastes too good, it might be too good to be true. Yeah, so the fact that you creatine, when you mix it in a water drink, it doesn't taste, it's not a great taste. So when you take a gummy and you eat it and you're like, that tastes like a fruit snack. Like that. Kind of suspicious. So
it's, dude, the back and forth, like fitness has always been do this, don't do this, do this, don't do this shit. It's like creatine, you were supposed to don't take creatine with grape juice or orange juice because whatever the thing is. But now they said that the best way to consume creatine is with a protein and carbohydrate meal. That's how it absorbs the best.
I pop it right when I eat, when I get home or right before. So usually it's around a meal. And I've been doing I don't want to sound gimmicky, but I'm not, and I'm not trying to sell it to anybody, but I've been on carnivore for like 4 or 5 days now.
Oh, how do you feel?
I feel great, dude.
Isn't it? Okay, so I crashed today, and it turns out, because I've been on carnivore for my 3rd week. I started 242 pounds 3 weeks ago, and I'm like, strength was up, but I'm like, I feel like complete dog shit. I'm ballooned out with my gut. I'm bloated. I don't like this shit anymore. I can't do this. So I made it a pact with myself. When I get down to about 220, then I will start to moderate carbohydrates back in, but it'll be based around, I'll carb cycle. I'll do it around the days that I'm working out. And I went carnivore, and I've done it several times before, but never for a considerable length of time, like longer than a month and a half or whatnot. This was week 3. I'm down to 232, and but I crashed today because of potassium and sodium levels. So I literally had to put salt in my water. I looked at it. It's like when you're on,
all I'm doing is all I'm doing. I gave up everything. I'm drinking the sodium or the salt water packets. That's all I'm drinking.
I had coffee this morning, which was the first probably 2 cups of coffee I've had. Real, like I gave up coffee for about a week and a half or whatever. So it says no, caffeine will make you crash. The sodium when you're on carbs and whatnot, they said my sodium should be around like 1,500. It's like, no, you need your sodium now off of no carbs. You need to be up around 3,000 milligrams sodium a day. So I'm like, shit, man. But carnivore is amazing. Fucking amazing.
I feel great. I can tell you, like I was talking about crashing. I drive to the studio. So I leave now. We do 1 to 3. So I leave about 10. I get there at noon, little afternoon, do the show, and then drive home at 3, stop and get something. I was falling the other day. I jerked the whole wheel. Like I was exhausted, like just having a shit. I am energetic. The workouts are better. I feel good. Strength is up. It's, I'm down probably 6 pounds myself in only 4 days. I just feel better. Yeah, it is. It just doesn't. I mean, dude, having a steak.
Sleep hits so hard. I sat there and
you're not entered in the contest, by the way.
What's that?
Tyler's talking shit. Police work is so easy. Women can do it, but he didn't.
I'm glad he realized it.
Yes. Well, he could do it. It's actually police work. It's so easy that Tyler could do it. So surely a fucking woman could do it. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to be gimmicky, but Keto 5-0 was the one who that got me going and was very non-pushy. Like, you know how you hear the do you remember the old Atkins days? Oh, ketosis and all that crazy shit.
Right, yes, back in the 80s, yeah.
Yeah, but now it's like I just feel better. And I'll show you just to
I don't get how these people are eating like sticks of butter at a time though, but carnivore, literally, it was harder for me to get protein up when I have carbs because of all that volume of food. Carnivore, I'm hitting 200 grams of protein a day without a problem. I can eat the same thing every fucking day. I eat
me too.
For 3 meals a day. I'll do 5 whole eggs, a burger patty, 5 ounces of ground turkey, and a half cup of cottage cheese, all fucking mixed together. And literally, I just spoon
some of those. And yeah, some of his recipes are like pork rinds, sour cream, like Matt. I just bought the pork rinds, but I love cottage cheese. Like today, I ate the breakfast this morning was I had 6 eggs and 2 pieces of New York strip. Went to the gym, worked out, came back. I had a half a container of cottage cheese, and I just went to the gym again. I had 2 pieces of hamburger with like 6 pieces of cheese, and I'll eat one more time probably.
Isn't that amazing? The one thing I found that did work for me, because I dropped carnivore last October. Because I said, okay, I'm going to do carnivore. And I did it. I did it for 2 days. And on day number 3 was a gym day. So I go to the gym and I'm like, why does it hurt to put up 225? I'm like, I have no strength. This is ridiculous. So I'm like, okay, I'm fucking done with carnivore. To avoid that this time, everybody says, it's not carnivore, but take a teaspoon, a heaping teaspoon of honey. So I started doing it before workout. So like I'm after this, I'm going to the gym. So I have Greek yogurt mixed with a real big teaspoon of and my God, that helps.
That little bit of sugar though is not. So he told me it's not no carbs. He says just try to keep it under 100 grams at the amount of work I'm doing. He says so if you get some rice, he goes get a side of rice, throw some sour cream in it, throw something with it. But it's not no carbs. So hold on one second. Super chat, Nicole Morgan. I couldn't find a single happy birthday super sticker. So happy birthday with an emoji. Thank you so much.
There's some things you can send Mike for his birthday, Nicole.
No, stop. There's nothing.
Send him my one,
I can't. Yeah, you can. Dominic can take all the birthday presents. Happy birthday, brother. Hope all is well and you are enjoying the book. Yes, sir. I've read part of the book. Great dude. He wrote a book about his career and everything. I've been diving into it. Let me hear. Here's my 50th birthday flex. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna flex real quick.
We got
Hold on.
All right, let's go.
This is let me get rid of that silly little
No
banner.
fucking wrist straps
This is
either.
three.
No
This is
belt, no
this is
wrist straps.
315
No, you
raw,
should,
buddy.
don't do it. Hang on, pause this.
Hold on.
No, pause. Don't play it yet.
Okay.
Let me critique this for a second. I want to point out
Okay.
for those who are playing at home. Now, how tall are you?
I am 5'11".
Okay, so nearly 6 feet. You got right under the bench, lined up. You got your thumb grab. That's fine. You didn't fucking set at all. Your feet are close. You're gonna.
It's gonna move. I'm gonna fix it.
No. I'm paying you a compliment. Is my point.
I know.
You have no elbow wraps, no wrist wraps, no belt, and you just sit there and and you're putting this up.
I did warm up. I did 135 for like 5. I did 225 for 3, 275 for 2, 300 for 1, and then got under 315. So this is what it looks like.
Yeah, let's do this.
I could have gone up, I think, but here we go.
Shirley Temple. 1, 2, 3. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up.
Oh, that moved good.
Yeah, I mean,
Did you record it?
so that's my. She says I didn't record it. I said you goddamn right, I recorded it.
That moved good.
Yeah, that was and that's 50 years old, dude, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of a few things, and that's one of them is being in the condition to do that at this age.
3 wheels, man. Still, it's like it's in my mind. I can put 300, 305 in the bar with all the little weights, and I've done 315 for 2 reps, but to get it's a mind fuck to me. It's like, you got the 3 wheels. I always have to fucking psych myself up and go. It's no.
I wasn't sure I was going to get it.
That was smooth.
Yeah, my buddy was there, and I was like, I knew I had to, and it's like I gotta get it. Like I can't. 300 just doesn't hit. Like it's not. 300. It's like, oh, you did 300, but you didn't do 315. It's like one of those things. It's like. So I was like, I gotta get it. I wasn't sure. My dumbass, the lift when I did 300, I had the 275 on. I put the 10 and the 5 or 2.5 on, and I looked at Joanna on the other side and assumed like an asshole that she also did that. And I didn't. She didn't put the 10 because I didn't ask her to. So I walked over with the 2.5 in my hand, put it on. I pull it off, and obviously it's 10 pounds heavier on my right. And I'm like, so then I had that rep I didn't do, and I was like, damn it, I put that between the 275 for 2, and then I fixed it. I did that 300 for 1, gave it a few like 2 or 3 minutes, and then went in and did the 315. I probably could have got 325. I think I could have.
Yeah, with that there's no question. Benching.
But yeah, I mean, I feel good. I take my health and my fitness very serious, especially if we're going to talk the way I do and say the things I do about it. Even though I'm not a cop anymore, coming up on year and a half, I run 2 miles, which about every other day now. I've been hitting a CrossFit on the back porch. I got one of those bike ergs, so I've been doing like a 15 cal, 15 push up, 15 sit up, like 5-round workout out in the sun, right in the middle of the heat, and then a half-mile run after. So we're there. I'll never go back heavy again. My joints, it's not worth it at this point to try to go.
I will die going heavy. I will never. I'm never going to be one of those guys who sits there and says, "Oh, you got to work out smarter, not harder." Fuck that. I'm putting up the weight. I don't give a shit what. As long as it's 3 plates on each movement, I can bench 315, deadlift 315, squat 315. That's it. Then I'm fine. So far, my squats at 405, deadlift sucks ass. But
my PRs are 370 bench, 375 squat, which is my weakness with my legs, and 495 deadlift. That was in my heyday of extra chicken and rice. The bench wasn't bad. The bench, Joanna spotted me on the bench, so I was trusting myself enough with 370 and trusted her that I did it. And then
those were extra creatine days.
Yes, I tried 375 right after, and it came down like a. You can insert what it came down like. But thank you so much for the birthday wishes to everybody. I really appreciate it. And like I said, nobody knows because Facebook has it as Tyler's birthday. So let's get into the topic. My topic and what that means is, can cops make up their minds? And Tyler kind of touched on it with his comment. There is not a more critical human being probably on this earth of female law enforcement than Dominic Izzo. You are known as the female cop hater. You are known as the whatever, the misogynist, the man, the mean guy, every name in the book. But you do see potential or performance out of females, and you give them. Well, one of them I don't agree with, but most of them, you do give them props, and people still find a way to shit on you about it.
Yeah.
And I got one. We both came across. Joanne, Tyler tried to shit all over her like he does, but this female, though, I'll give it to him. She's not the biggest girl. I think she said she's 5'3". But when I see somebody putting in the work, okay, I had a black female that I posted. She made SWAT, and right away, DEI, 30 by 30, moron, can't do the job. Of course you got SWAT, blah, blah. Using my investigative skills and my brain, I actually sent it to my wife first, and did one short. A bunch of people said it to me. She said, "Hey, you looked at the page," and I'm like, you know what? Before I talk shit, maybe I should. Scroll down the page. I see a pull-up bar in her door jam. Pull-ups every day. I see Tough Mudder or Spartan races, multiple. I see her at the range. I see her doing push-ups, sit-ups, squats in the gym. Not ass out, like no clothes. I see like a female training that makes SWAT, and I go, I can't hate on it, man. I can't do it just because she's a female. And I posted her and I commented, and I thought it was the right thing to do. And I mean, I see you do it as well.
Here's why. Females like that, the mindset doesn't worry me about whether or not they're going to let their emotions take over on a call. Meaning, some girl the other day on YouTube, Jojo sent it to me, it was in TikTok. Some girl was talking about being in her first trimester, and she didn't tell anybody at the PD, and she was exhausted and tired and this and that. And of course, I do content on it where I don't trust you emotionally to go up on a call, having no sleep, maybe arguing with your husband. You got your mood from your hormone dump, and you're all angry because you're hangry, all this shit. Are you going to punish someone, write them a ticket, rough them up, all this shit, blah, 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 blah. I don't trust that. Not that it is exclusive to a female problem, because they're the only ones that can get pregnant. But when a woman who is pushing herself, training, I think, and this is my assumption, because I know guys, how we are, the more that I trained as a cop, the less I wanted to use it to prove myself, if that made sense. I have an ego bigger than anybody's in the world. And I loved, you learn something new in class. You're hoping to get to try it in the street one day. To deny I never felt that would be stupid. But, so I never actively looked forward to it. The guys that I've known who've always been the biggest assholes and abusive to people were the guys who never trained shit. It's like they had something to prove. I think it has to be the same for females, where those who walk softly but carry a big stick. I think that's what it is for the women like that. You saw her firearm drills. You saw how fit she is. I couldn't hold a candle to her. That is somebody that I would trust in the street, because it's professionalism. It says you take yourself seriously. It says you actually, you have pride in what you're doing. That's a mindset I want to see from anybody. So if it comes from a female cop, more fucking power to her.
And here's these dirty fucking dogs. Like, I'll post these chicks on my on my story that are doing ridiculous shit, and it's smash. I'd still smash. Well, you're fucking okay. You're thinking with your dick, but do you want them as your backup? Here's one of my worst ones. This chick right here. This is Kiba, Sergeant Kiba, who was a buddy with fucking your other friend.
Her. This lying bitch.
Yes.
This broad was in my DMs praising everything I was doing back January 2024, I believe it was. Oh, LOL, all this, blah, 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 blah. I don't recall what the incident was where she flipped on me and then all of a sudden started saying that I was whatever I was doing. This woman is as two-faced, lying fucking bitch as there is out there. Yeah. And you can tell her I said that.
She's I don't know if she watches this, but I'm blocked on everything. And she actually called me once. But this is your typical no vest. Let's start it out here. No vest, the glasses, the hair, the nails. It's all there. They always say the gang's all here, right? But this isn't a stream of posts. This is the other post in that is she's fucking taking pictures of another dude on a traffic stop in the air condition, sitting in her fucking car. And what's the backup situation? She doesn't have a fucking vest on. She's useless. She's absolutely useless. But these are the ones that dudes want to give a pass to because they want to smash, right?
You know,
So that
their lives are difficult. My ex from about 12 years ago was a cop, and she was miserable. She looked like a porn star, fake tits, always tanned, always dolled up. She was a go-go dancer before she became a police officer, wanted to be a police officer, and was one for about 8 years. And when she went to work, she looked like ragged shit. She would pull her hair back, no makeup, all this stuff. But every guy still wanted to fuck her. And when they couldn't fuck her, they would fuck with her, including her command staff. And she brought that shit home, and she was a miserable, miserable human being. And I kept telling her, dude, this is on you. You're the one that off duty. You got your tits out. You got this. You're going club and all this kind of stuff. You don't see this as a problem. And she was no social media presence whatsoever. So I can't imagine what it's like to have your ass posted online, like the one that I featured today. Yeah. You posted her stuff in your stories on Friday. It's like, how do you not see it? And they don't care.
I can tell you because allegedly I wanted the IA. That girl we just posted was in a year admin leave, a year due to what was alleged to be, you're not going to believe this, Dom, an affair with the chief.
Of course I believe it. That's how you get that
confidence. That's allegedly. She's a sergeant.
How you get that confidence. Every time I see some female post some, I ask Chief, are you fucking her?
And I tried to get the IA, and they wanted to charge me like $1,000. And I'm like, listen, this has been in the news. This has been out. You've already redacted this. This document is there. And they danced around. They wanted to charge me some ungodly amount of money. But I know 2 or 3 guys that work at that department who have given me the lowdown. And her and Haley paraded around. That's another pet peeve of mine. They paraded around Police Week last week, which started this week. And
again,
they didn't go this year. No, they're not. I don't see them there this year. But last year, on my time hop, where they're out with their tight ass pants, tits out, and a gun and a badge on their fucking hip, walking around, which you're supposed to be memorializing, fallen officers, which is just a whore fest. So
no one says you can't look good. It's like you put a tarp over a Ferrari, you could still tell it's a Ferrari. Nobody's saying that, but they have no pride or professionalism in how they represent themselves.
So I'm gonna bring up the page of we'll get right to the girl we're talking about. So here is
and that Sergeant Pig, lying fucking bitch.
Yeah, it's bad. She called before we get up there. She called me once, and I went off. My mom was like, "Who the fuck are you screaming at?" I'm like, "Some fucking moron." But yeah, it's never been. You're not wearing your fucking vest. Like, I can't even get past that argument. You can't. And that whole area down there in Miami, Hialeah, where she's at, is bad for that. But you can't get me to take you serious with fake nails, makeup, selfies, and then no vest, and just.
It's like that.
It's just too much, man.
Does Florida have a Hollywood? Is there a Hollywood in Florida?
Yeah.
Who's the one that's always on their Hollywood PD?
Oh, that detective. She gets sent to me all the time. Yeah, another fucking porn star.
I don't understand what she does. If she's just a front for the police department, great. She still has seizure powers. So you're going to do all that. I don't know if she trains. I know nothing about her, but I know that, okay, face, got to put her up there. Great. Are these people taking the job seriously enough to where maybe one day she's doing some PR work and then there's a robbery across the street and she's got to deploy her firearm?
That's what I always say. Yes. Like we're not movie stars, and I'm going to get in. I got a video later for that, but we're not movie stars. And I understand public relations. I understand it's a social media era, but you're right. You could be filming your fucking little stupid porn star fucking scene that she does. And what happens if their gunfight breaks out? It's fucking Miami area. This shit goes down there. Everybody's oblivious to it.
Yeah, Miami had that 9 months pregnant woman who was walking between car and car, gun in her hip. Her gut was 10 times bigger than mine.
Yeah.
Like, really? Really? Okay.
Yeah. All right. So let's go to the page here. So this is that's the page. Let me close that down and go here. So
Mark Fire. Have I ever taken Ultimate Orange? I'll tell you my Ultimate Orange story in a minute.
So here's the page. And then you notice I just scroll, right? What do you see? This is more than I see on dudes pages. There's timer boxes, there's targets, there's training. Yeah, okay, so she's got some.
She's fucking jacked, man.
Men walk around with no shirts on, so women can do it too. But look at all this. A yoke bar over there doing a competition, shooting, rifle, boxing. So that was it. This is the video that sparked all the out. This is the one that sent everybody over the edge. Give you one more night. I'm gonna mute the audio so I don't lose everything.
Her caption says, "You won't grow if your ego is louder than your effort, but not everyone's value."
Yeah, and then look, training like this is never useless. And she's doing dry fire. She's doing reloads after a workout, trigger presses. So the comments went crazy, right? And I get it sent to me, and I'm like, after watching it, I'm like, I don't have a problem with this, right?
No.
I don't have a problem. So then she did, the comedy was female cops are, so I'll bring this one up. So this one says female cops are liability, right? So what do we bet? This is where I get into, let me remove this for a second so I can see my ugly face. This is where we get into, oh dude, I don't know what happened here. My rant is make up your mind, right? They're liabilities and you hate them all. Then when you see one doing the right thing in training, you still hate her, right? You still hate her. And it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me.
That's exactly why I post them. Where I post the ones I post shit. And then if I see a good one, I'll praise. Because I admit I'm giving a blanket, concrete, black and white statement. I know it's not fucking 100%. So I can pepper in the ones that are doing the work. I don't see how that's hard to
and the people call it flip-flopping. Even my wonderful co-host says I flip-flop. And I'm like, no, I try to not just be I try to not be just one way. If I see something and go, all right, nails, makeup, hair, pink handcuffs, dancing, okay, I know what's going on here. But when I see that, I go, wait a second, okay, now let me take a bigger look into this. And when I see something, yes, she's still 5'3". I don't want to put too much of her business out there, but I know she's been involved in several massive critical incidents. And I'm not talking pulling a fucking, like dragging somebody from a fucking middle of the road. She's been involved in some massive critical. When I heard her rattling off some of the stuff she's been involved in, it encompassed my career. She's done more than I have. And I did 23 years. And I consider myself pretty high speed. There's stuff that just by nature, you're going to end up in more critical situations. This chick is squared away.
Well, I don't see because
she's, yeah, and I don't either. But then people, so here's the next post she made. This is the backup reel with all the comments and negativity she kind of played into it with. So I'll go here. The statement is, dudes say female cops are liabilities.
Nobody tagged me in this video either, by the way.
No, really?
Nope, nobody.
Okay. So I got it sent to me like 20 times. So here's her response. Here's some of the comments that are being said.
Don't cross your feet.
You look like a crack whore.
What's that?
What DEI? All to go to the shoot a civilian holding a cell phone. Yeah, females that think they're tough are so dumb. What a joke. What are you doing? You're scared to stop. 5 sets of cringe. Don't cry. So it's like,
I support it.
Look at all these negativity. So it's like,
and if Izzo was the #1 fucking female cop hater, my comments would have been up there and it would have been featured more than anybody else's. So, yes. You know, it's like I 100% support her. And with your partner, by the way, he's a genius. Let me tell you something. We had a conversation about this today. Rachel was like, Tyler said something on the show the other day and blah, blah, blah. I go, I think that Tyler's genius when it comes to show promotion is he purposely takes an opposing position, deadpan face, and makes you think that he supports it just to stir the controversy.
Sometimes he's absolutely retarded. Sometimes he's absolutely retarded. And I believe this time he was, like I said, this time he gets so mad at me. He posted another one of me making fun of me and JoJo for supporting this girl. And I'm going to give a glaring reason why I wouldn't want to work with this female officer. And it's not, a lot of people don't go this route. I wouldn't want to work with her because I like women like that. I'm fucking drawn towards women who take care of themselves, who are fit, who are squared away.
and I would find her attractive as all hell. And that would put me in a position to have a bias that I don't want. 100% And that's
Well,
a
she would have a built-in bias towards you as well because she's a lesbian. She's married to a woman.
As if that stopped me.
I know that doesn't stop Dom, especially Dom, but
fucking
But
no,
I get what you're saying, and
that's why women have it harder.
They do, and you touched on something earlier, which was the woman, like the sexual harassment they have to deal with because men cannot control themselves.
Dude, I emailed the woman that you put up. I shared the content you shared, and she just responded to my DMs. Love it. And I asked her flat out, you love that other professionals in this field are mocking you. You know, you deserve better. You've got a harder job than fucking, this and that. And she just, well, you don't know what I do. And I do the job better than half the men that wear the uniform. I would, fucking listen. Listen. They don't care. That one does. And
they're out there. And that's where I get, and there's some other pages that, here's my thing, and this is why I applaud you, because you are not if anybody listens to you and doesn't catch the ones you do support, like I said earlier, you're the biggest hater on female cops, but when you see one, you post it. Some other pages have this same, they get really upset about it, and they get mad at me and you, and they say, oh, these guys hate women and all that. And then I'm like, well, post more of them, and they don't, because I think some of their wives wouldn't really like it.
No,
or they're doing it because their wife might be involved in that type of work. But it's like, if you're that strong about it, don't tell me and Izzo we're bullies. Prove us wrong. Post them, because I see it and I'm going to reshare it, because if I see something that's legit, I'm going to post it. So,
I post the fat male cops all the time too.
Yeah, I know we do. It's, you know how we
I can't stand female cops or fat fucking males. That's it.
Yeah. So now I'm going to flip the script on you.
Yeah.
We're going to go to a post on my story, and then I'm going to blow your mind with follow-up to it. So let's get these two ready. I played this. This might be what Pride Assassin was talking about earlier. I posted this on my story. Get ready. It's bad. Let me get rid of this media banner.
While you're doing that, I want to read this really quickly.
Good. You got it.
I'm not going to say where I got this. I just got this email. I work for an agency that has initiated a new program called 30 by 30. They want 30% of our police department females are 30 or 23. We have maybe 15 females before this out of 135 officers. This has resulted in hiring terrible cops. 2 females recently got hired and couldn't even maintain the minimum standard of not smoking weed within the last year. We hired them anyway, paid them 8 months before allowing them to go to the academy and start working. They're also waiving fitness test results.
Yay.
Cops who can't pass simple PT tests. My agency requires the same fitness tests, at least U.S. Navy, blah, blah, blah. I work in the most violent city in my state. We're also promoting females to just have in leadership. This is making good cops leave the agency. They took away all of our pursuits to do CALIA that made us so good. Blah, blah, blah. I'm scared of the future of our department. Help. Shit.
Here's my answer to that right here.
Oh, okay. I'm going to need that.
I'm making the shirt and the whole mind. We got to read the super chat. Joe Ring says, how much more bullying till Izzo vinegar strokes?
I fucking came 20 minutes ago.
Oh God. We've been on here for 34. So that's bad.
You smell the bleach?
So
pussies.
30 by, I just can't stop enough with the 30 by 30. And there you had it. I know when you and JoJo talked, and she talked a little bit about the 30 by 30 stuff. It's you're lowering the standards. That's not how something is supposed to work.
And it's not going to be.
If you want 30%, that's fine. You know what? I'm not opposed to it. If 30% of them look like her or or the square, then I'm all for it. Like, let's do it.
It's going to matter in 5 years. So, but it's going to matter after 2030. There is, and today I didn't post, but for the last probably 3 weeks straight, every day I posted a picture of a female who has to be sub 5'1", and I'm not, and I stopped really commenting. I just put like, how can this, I don't comment as much. I just post the picture because a year ago when I did it, people, oh, you're just bullying these people, blah, blah. Now when I post it, the comments are like, what the fuck is this? Because people are seeing it's not just one or two. It's every single agency in the United States is hiring these inferior females. So now it's going to have a collective echo effect in history to where they still, majority of what I'm posting have not gone through FTO. They just graduated the academy. They're not released on their own. We don't know if they're going to be employed within the next year or two. So what is this going to do to agencies who are doing this? It's literally like, oh, I'm going to smoke a pack of cigarettes today and I'm going to do it for the next 6 months. Nothing's going to fucking happen. You have no idea what's going to happen 5 years from now. So that's the big problem that's going to happen with these agencies. Is just going to bite them in the ass.
I have a prediction. Atlanta is the first city to fall. I'm not going to be here to see it. We're going to be dead. Atlanta, the Walking Dead is going to come true, and the first city to go is Atlanta. They are hiring black females, unqualified black females, at a alarming rate, and that's where we're going to transition to into this next segment. This story is going to blow your mind, and this is just one of
worse than the detective fashion show.
The same area. This is Clayton County, which is right in that area of all those. This isn't terrible. This is just two of her voiceover posts and like stupid TikToks. Then I'm going to get into why she was hired, and I'm going to let you watch a video. So let's go with this.
2 niggas that I see on a basic daily.
I don't know what this means, but whatever it means.
Okay.
Hey, nigga. Yeah,
So with that being said,
I gotta count up real quick. The bitch. I gotta make sense out get money. You hustle. You get too much money. I don't even know how much this is. Feds doing the sweet.
Okay, so I saw that and I was like, well, right, crazy, right? Now I'm going to show you who she is, what she was before this, and how she got there.
Stripper.
All right, this young lady's name is Kamisha Thomas. She's in business for herself, Miso Natural. She gets massage. As you can see, she'll pick you up at the airport, give you a healthy post-op. And she's got to be the best massage person in Atlanta. And let me tell you why I know she is. Not only did the sheriff hire her in a correction officer position, but he bought massage tables, massage chairs. He turned a whole training room into a massage room, hired her as a correctional officer, and her only job was to give massages. And then he even gave her a promotion and made her a deputy. That way she can make more money while she continues to give massages. Now, of course, he threw in an undercover car, Malibu, a silver Malibu. Now, maybe she is undercover. I thought maybe she might be going undercover to massage parlors or something like that, but then I forgot I closed them all my first term. There she is again with showing that she got massage oil in one hand, a gun in the other, and you see her emblem right there, Miso Natural. And there she is posing in her deputy uniform after she was sent to the academy. Of course, his wife is blocking that. I think deep down inside she wants to audit to see how many beautiful girls have undercover cars, but then it may come back to her campaign and cars being used to help her get elected. Of course, we got our DA who's turned a blind eye to it because her friend has an undercover car. And of course, we know at least one judge has an undercover car. So let's think about this for a second.
What do all those people have in common?
They have undercover cars.
While people are downstairs in the jail, 8 have been killed.
Hey,
2.
I've got something for that. I found this. Hang on a second.
I don't know if I want to see this.
No, I just found this. This is audio of a hiring process from law enforcement a while ago. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Oh, there it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now be enrolling Negroes into our facilities for law enforcement.
When the Negro comes up,
they appreciate cold cigarettes, menthol, and watermelon and chicken in the cafeterias. So don't forget when you go on patrol with your Negro partner to go patrol the neighborhoods where they have the things that they like. Woo!
Sorry about that. That was a 1920s law enforcement training program.
So
Incorporating the black man.
it was nice knowing everybody. It was a great show. But so that is my take on Atlanta. That hiring, we've seen it with the 2 fashion model detectives talking about the Cobb County that they that the 2 girls.
there was a black, and it's. See, I've said this before. This is me saying this. This is not Mike whatsoever. We had no conversation with this. One of the bigger problems that I have with the representation that the black culture comes from is how many of them are of the mind it's our turn, because they've been fed the narrative, they've been oppressed forever. Now you put them in this severe positions of authority. I feel horrible for the people that are in the town that they get served in, especially when you get like Atlanta. We were talking about it before. You've got two females, a black and a Hispanic detective that they're detectives for their high sex crime.
SVU, yeah.
And they do fashion shows on TikTok. Hey, yeah, Detective so-and-so, my daughter's rapist. Did you find him yet? No, I saw we were doing some fashion show stuff. I'm sorry. There was a term in the 70s for when you had money in your pocket and it burned a hole in it. What we kind of call that rich. That's the same shit when it comes down to giving people a position of power and saying you can run it. It's right fucking there. I've been
highlighting a lot of those videos on my story in that Atlanta area. The English is not very good. I'm just going to say the language. Yeah, the language is not very good, and it's spreading, and it has nothing to do with racism. It has to do with quality work. I'm sorry, if you can't get the sentences out and speak even on camera, I don't know how you interact and how you go to court and testify. How do you hire a massage person for your agency? That was an escort. She was a prostitute, and now she's a deputy in Atlanta. And a sheriff hired her to do massages. Like, I said this morning, and I don't know if you agree with this. This is what I said. I feel as if I played that same story, and it was a white sheriff and a big boob blonde female massage. I think it would be all over the news. It would be all over the news. The world would end with that story. That's what I think. That's my personal opinion. I just think it would be big news.
Data from 2015 indicates the black male graduation from high school rate in the surrounding area of Atlanta is often cited to be around 38 to 55%. And we all know how that goes when you have such a shit graduate. Like I said out here in Chicago in 2016, it was a 67% black males were graduating high school. So what do? They dumb down the learning process, pass anybody they can. These are people who you want. These doctors, you want them as your lawyer, you want them as your police officer just because they can. We are not fuck. We're going to implode as a nation because of the morons we're putting in a position to work for us.
Yeah, let me see if I can entertain everybody.
Don't forget, Monday through Friday, the Anti-Hero broadcast is now at 1 p.m. Eastern. That is noon Central, 11 Mountain, 10 Pacific for those meatheads out there who just don't go to a Google search and say, it's plenty of time for you to get up, take your morning shit, have coffee, wipe your ass, whatever order you want to do it in, and then pop on the Anti-Hero broadcast where you hear Tyler say some of the dumbest shit ever, but it's fucking funny as hell.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm making that up. He is pretty damn smart.
He is. No, he's not smart. He's funny.
Yeah, he actually is.
I was looking to Cop, that whole area. I hate it. I don't know how to say it. Like it's somebody clips this and we're going to sound like racist. I'm not trying to, it's not that. It's just that if you're reversing the entire thing, you're hiring only black females and black people only.
Yeah. Would you feel safe driving to that area?
Only. So it's like, if we're trying to maintain together, you would not. That's neither race. No race should go exclusive one way or the other.
You need a mix of people.
Merit.
If I worked in Chicago, merit. If I worked in Chicago and somebody sent me to Chinatown, I wouldn't fit. Right? You have to have a level of association with your culture, and culture is comprised of two major factors: what you look like, your skin color, and what language you speak. So I want black police. I want Asian police. I want Middle Eastern police. What I don't want is an exclusive black agency, because then that means that the town you work in is exclusively black. You have no whites. If you want to do that, and I don't know how the federal government is even allowing this. I know it's the state constitution, but you're going to tell me that Acme, Atlanta, or whatever it is a town of 10,000 people and they have a pure black police force. And hey, you got blacks who didn't graduate high school and they're policing their own. And you know damn well the Constitution is not being upheld there. Civil rights are being violated every fucking day and nothing can be done about it because it happens in these hillbilly backwoods sister fucking towns every day in America. And nobody's doing anything about it. So when you tiptoe around the issue and you're like, I don't want to say it because black, it is black. It is this culture that comes from within the populace that happens to have a certain skin color. You're black, you're white, you're brown, you're Asian or yellow, whatever you want to fucking say. And from within that comes your culture. You have it. It is offensively, I'm talking incestually pandemic state in these rural white towns. Where these guys, I just put up somebody the other day, a female who got arrested 4 times, 2 DUIs, 1 DUI in the academy, and the police department still, because they're all brother sister fuckers who are white backwoods hillbillies. So we can acknowledge it happens there all the time. You have to acknowledge it in the black culture too.
Yeah, and I think it has to go both ways because if you had that agency that was all white and somebody black went to get hired and they didn't get hired, it'd be a huge problem. If you have an all black agency and you can't get white people hired, isn't that the same? Didn't we just not fix the problem? We just flipped it.
The problem that you're going to see is like when we go back to the Jacksonville inclement weather stop and you saw 7 good old boys beating the shit out of one fucking black, right? The problem that happens is, because I've seen it in the comment section and people need to pay attention from the black commenters, our turn is coming. Our turn is, you don't think that you go to a black neighborhood and you're Mr. White Bread, ghosty patio face central, you're going to be driving through there and then it's going to, hey, boy, it's our turn. Yeah. That's insane.
I hate that, it went so far the other way. And I don't blame, there was, obviously you talk about it. There was a time when, I'm not going to say blacks got their ass whooped in the good old South, man. It was bad. It was bad. Oh. So there's no way it's not the fact that it didn't happen, but there's no sense of going the exact opposite way and doing it all over again. It just doesn't make sense. And that's where
the happening does not, like, I'm not a fan. I can't stand when people say, do you know that law enforcement was created for slave return to the runaway slaves?
The commie says that all the time.
Yeah, well, no, it wasn't. Go look at Sir Robert Peel's 9 Principles of Policing and fucking learn where it came from. Number 1. Number 2, yeah, well, sadly, back then, that was property retrieval. It was fucking property retrieval, and it's not exclusively where law enforcement came from. But the problem with this whole shit is that you can't hang it up on, well, blacks got lynched by the cops 60, 70 years ago, and therefore X, Y, and Z. No, we still have law enforcement like Polk County that doesn't have body cameras, and we have no idea what the fuck they're getting away with. Yeah. We need to look into them because it's happening on all citizens. So it's not an exclusively black issue.
I said this morning, and I want your take on it. We had a guy who was working. He was an LA crash unit guy. He was an LAPD. He was on this morning or this afternoon. He was working the day Rodney King happened. He was not there, but he was working.
I was 19.
I said this morning, and I still believe this. I do not believe Rodney King was a racial issue. I believe it was poorly trained cops who had no other resources, but they learned to beat people with sticks. They were not taught any type of martial arts, wrestling, or takedowns. That's all they had, and it happened to be caught on camera, and it happened to be a black guy, because I am pretty confident that probably happened to just as many white dudes all the time in that area, because that's the only training they had. And that was my statement.
100% aligned. I've said it for the last 30 years. The reason that he was beat so frequently is because they did not know how to strike him properly with the batons. That's it. The PR-24, they're hitting him on his back and shit. They were not trained 100%. It looks bad when you have, this is where the tie-in to Rodney King looks horrible. People from this generation know Mark Furman to where I think he was a solid contributor to Fox News within like over the last 20 years. How the fuck was that man able to still be put on national news after lying as egregiously he did about using the N-word? That's the problem in law enforcement that ties in with Rodney King.
Yeah.
So the beating was because it's the same thing every time I say, when you see these guys punch these people in the head and nothing fucking happens, well, I'm going to punch them again and again and again. That's why it was bad.
It was lack. So I tied it to what we're seeing now. You and I break down a lot of videos and shootings. We talk a lot of stuff and tactics and good shoot, bad shoot, like everybody else does. We do it. But that was the first real police incident captured on video that ever hit the internet. That was the body cam. That was the one that caught the internet, and it happened to be a black male and white cops. Now, what I didn't know, and I don't know if you know this, there was a black cop there, and he didn't drop his name, but he said that cop, because of training and what they were taught, agreed it wasn't racist and stuck up for the other cops, and had caught hell from his community and his family because they're going, no, they beat a black guy. He's like, no, this is what I was there. This is what we were supposed to do. This is what we knew to do. So it was lack of training, lack of advancement in law enforcement. This is how we always done it. We just beat the brakes off people, and unfortunately, it was caught on video, and it was the defining. And the city burned, innocent people were killed. That poor truck driver.
Tyler, that was just police work.
Yeah, that was police. Well, he's totally for it. But that's my thing is you can't go. It's tough, and I think it still happens. Like, we talked about Eric Gardner, we talked about some of the other ones that are just Trayvon Martin, all these catchy names that it's unfortunate. I say it all the time. I don't like to see people die. I don't want anybody to die. If in my world, if I was in charge of the world, we would all be hanging out at the casino and having a good time. Nobody would be dying unless something bad, something happened we can't control. I don't want people killing each other. I don't want anybody suffering, but you can't pick and choose those incidents, kind of like what we're seeing with poor your guy up there with the machete that shot the guy and got in trouble, and Bruno up in Jersey, which that case just keeps getting worse and worse. Did you know the Bat case? That guy had been in prison for 3 years for DV from the same city, habitual woman beater, and then that night assaulted his fucking girlfriend, shoved her around, and that's what started the call. So with all that knowledge,
that looks worse for Bruno, because it could be like you were taking justice in your own hands.
Yeah, I know you that's one of the things you talk about a lot, but I know I look at it like knowledge of his aggression. Like, he's got a bat. He had already assaulted somebody.
How you sell it.
Anyway, I just these types of conversations, I said this today with those guys from New York this morning, was this is what we have to do, because you're not going to hear this on the news. You're not going to hear this anywhere else, and it may not sound great to everybody. It's just the truth. Sometimes the truth sounds ugly, just like use of force looks ugly, just like police work looks ugly. Sometimes the truth or the things that need to be raised don't always sound good, but somebody's got to talk about them.
Yeah.
And you don't mind, and I don't mind.
No,
so
I don't care, because I keep in my mind, it's like, my dad's 70, he'll be 76 this year, and he fucking talks to everybody. If he ever committed a crime, just the police need to interview him. He'll fucking go, oh yeah, shut the fuck up. But I'm always like worried about him or anybody else who that I care about. What happens the day that they come across one of these 30 by 30 DEI hires or fat males, and they just get, put your hands on your back, sir, for what I fucking do. What? It's going to be, will he still be alive? It's fucking horrible, the cops they have on the street. I don't get paranoid, but I know how hated I am, and I'm like, I can't. What's going to happen the day I get pulled over for something? Get out of the car, sir. And I'm like,
at least you're more. You're not. I get it. In your nation, people know you, and I know you are hated. But I go local on my local podcast, and I have the same fear. Like, I go to the store, I see a cop car. I never thought in my life that I would be scared to see a cop car in my career, and I am. I have that same feeling for different reasons. I think I don't sell drugs or anything, but
we know how easy it is to create an excuse.
Yes, yeah. Late great Ray McNulty. I'm going to regret it. On a 50th birthday, I'm going to regret it. Ray was a reporter local, and he was reported the hard news, and he beat the sheriff's office up because they deserved it, and he posted stuff. I got in my feelings, and I'm going to regret this the rest of my life. And Ray didn't call me back a couple times, and I got pissed off, and I didn't talk to him. What I didn't know is Ray had been diagnosed with stage 4 esophagus cancer and was told you have 2 months to live and get your affairs in order. And Mike Dilks probably wasn't the most important thing on his list. He passed away, and I regret not talking to him before he died. And but what he said to me was very interesting and it stuck with me, was when the sheriff lost the re-election, him and I were going very hard. He called me and he said, "I'm scared." And I'm like, "You're scared?" He's like, "I'm scared." He's like, "Child pornography? Hey man, you got child pornography on your phone, drugs in your car." Like, and I thought about it for a second. I was like, no, this guy's crazy. And now a year into like really exposing stuff, I think about, man, that it's easy. I could, I never did it, but I know how easy it could be to do it.
Oh God,
your life's over, man.
All the time.
Life's
if I
over.
ever get arrested for child porn as a plant, I am so public about the fucking shit that I am into, and that is not even good. My older fucking women, the other end of the spectrum, dirty, and you got to be black for me. It's
I know that. I know. Yeah. I was waiting for you to say it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
made a joke. I made a joke earlier about that. I said something, but but anyway,
I tell my wife all the time, I'm blacker than you. My ass is 3 times the size of yours.
Well, Dom, I appreciate you. Be on tomorrow.
Yeah, I will. And Ultimate Orange, really quick. We got a minute. I have to.
Okay, good. Yeah, you got time.
He asked me about Ultimate Orange. Ultimate Orange was the second best pre-workout ever. I'll never forget the time I took a scoop of it, went to the gym, and I forgot my headphones at home. So I turned around to go back home. I was 22. No, maybe 20, 22, something like that. And I didn't really understand the timing of it. I was in traffic and I wanted to murder fucking this old woman in front of me. Ultimate Orange was so great. The best stimulant in the history of mankind for us was Twin Labs' original formula of Rip Fuel. It was ephedra, thanks to the Northwestern football player out here who died.
Yeah,
ephedra was banned, but I almost died on ephedra. The most I ever took was 2 capsules was a serving. I took 6 capsules, slammed it with an iced coffee. I could have taken on the entire 85 Chicago Bear defensive line by myself. It was great, but I crashed like I was going to coma.
Did you Xenadrine? You remember that?
Yeah, that was right. There was
Xenadrine. So I got that stuff. You know what that fucked? I'm gonna be weird. It fucked up my prostate.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't piss. I couldn't piss. Like it was weird. I remember taking it. The energy was. You're right. It was fucking insane that they were selling that across the counter, and you could like literally
hydroxycut. But that was yeah.
But my God, that stuff was
Rip Fuel and Orange Ultimate Orange was amazing, and it tasted just like
I don't know. I'm not a pre-workout guy.
Orange was amazing.
Pre-workout
now sucks because all it is caffeine and the beta alanine stimulus.
Tingly. Yeah. Be a man. Do steroids. You'll be motivated to go to the gym at all times. So tomorrow we have. As always, Anti-Hero broadcast 1 p.m. tomorrow. Dominic, you'll be on at 2 p.m. our time, 1 p.m. your time. Did I get that right?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Yeah, good. Another super chat. Some agencies have lowered the standards so much and forced good cops out that are truly modern day circus. By the way, happy birthday, Mike. Thank you. Yeah, the good cop. Before we go, I was going to do my episode this morning with a guy, and he pulled it, and I understand he's going through it with the city, but to piggyback off that, the chief of police was allegedly drinking and driving, and he reported it to HR and got fired. They put him in an IA and fired him. So that goes down the line of what Dominic always talks about, how in Steve, that's where Steve makes sense sometimes, that self-proclaimed heroes will do whatever they can to get that pension. And what does he say?
Steve is a genius. He's a fucking genius. I'm sorry.
What is it? Pension? What does he say? I can't remember.
I just stopped at
paycheck and a pension. Steve always says paycheck and a pension, self-proclaimed heroes. But we will see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. on the Anti-Hero Broadcast YouTube channel. Dominic will be on at 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, usually right after the break. I appreciate it, Dominic.
Yeah, man.
See you guys.